If you finally started hormone therapy and you're still not feeling the way you had hoped, I don't want you to assume that hormone replacement therapy doesn't work for you. Because most of the time, the problem is not whether or not you're on hormones, it's the actual dose, the type, or the way that you're taking them. So in this video, I want to show you 5 clear signs that your HRT dose is wrong and the exact questions to bring to your next appointment so you can get it fixed and work with your OB/GYN to get the right dosing, or primary care doctor. I'm Dr. Jen, a double-boarded OB/GYN and integrative medicine doctor, and I've been adjusting hormone therapy for thousands of women, honestly, over the 20 years that I've been a doctor. And I want to help you get on the right HRT regimen. Here's the reframe that changes everything. HRT is not an on and off switch. It's actually a dial. And almost no one talks about this. They think we just get on it and it works magically, but there's a lot of adjusting that has to be done. You can suffer from symptoms thinking that this is getting better, but just not that great, and think that hormone replacement therapy just is not for you. So let's review some signs that maybe HRT needs to be adjusted. So sign number 1, this is by far the most common. Your symptoms get a little bit better, but not fully all the way. So you start HRT, you get a little relief, and you're starting to notice that your hot flashes are just say 2 times a day instead of 10 times a day. But you feel still like you're having miserable symptoms. You may wake up in the morning feeling dragging through the afternoon or dealing still with vaginal dryness or urgency. Here's the rule of thumb I use for my patients. So for progesterone, it takes about 2 days to kick in. You sleep better. For estrogen, about 2 to 3 weeks to kick in. And for testosterone, it can take a couple months, even up to 3 months to kick in. A steady dose of whatever you're on, your core symptoms should start getting better. May not be completely all the way, but should be trending in the right direction. So if you're not noticing signs and symptoms getting better, it may be that your estrogen and progesterone dose are too low, or maybe even the delivery method is not the right one for you. So if you're on a patch and say the patch isn't sticking, you may not be getting the dose that you need, or a gel and it's applied to too big of a surface area, or you're sweating a lot, gels may not be a great option for you. Or maybe your dose just started really, really low and being conservative and going low and slow, which is the way that most of us actually do this, and you're just still undertreated. Partial relief is not the finish line. It's a signal that we need to keep going and keep adjusting until we hit the finish line to where you feel like yourself again. You're feeling great. Sign number 2 is actually the opposite. Instead of being undertreated, women can be overtreated. So the telltale sign here is that you may have a symptom or a cluster of symptoms that showed up after you started the hormone replacement therapy. So maybe you're noticing swollen, tender breast, nausea, weight gain, fluid retention, headaches, a short adjustment period where we may even just stop your hormone therapy and try to sort of let that wear off, or even adjusting the doses may take a month or 2. Your body may need maybe more progesterone to counteract the estrogen if it's too high, or lowering your progesterone if you're starting to feel like you're too exhausted and too sleepy in the morning. So the right medication at the right doses will eliminate those side effects. An oral form of estrogen, for example, may be a bit harder than you on, say, a patch or a gel, or maybe the progesterone dose is too high and you're waking up too tired and needs to be adjusted to earlier in the evening. So some of this needs to be tinkered or changed with your doctor, and important to consult with your doctor. Sign number 3 is irregular bleeding. It's something you shouldn't really brush off. Even if you have a uterus and even if you're still having cycles, if your bleeding pattern is getting heavier or really off, it may be signs that, say, your estrogen is too high and we need to up your progesterone or lower the estrogen to counteract that. If you haven't had cycles in a while and you're actually postmenopausal, bleeding should definitely be taken seriously. We need you to get evaluated in a doctor's office to get an ultrasound and look at how is the hormone replacement therapy actually affecting your uterus. Women who are still cycling and maybe on, say, a cyclic regimen may notice this changes in their cycles and even their periods, but shouldn't get heavier or having breakthrough bleeding or feel like it's just an abnormal pattern. If you're postmenopausal and not having cycles, bleeding should be, you should inform your physician. It is common to have it in the first 3 or 4 months when you start hormone replacement therapy, but not common once you're on a hormone replacement therapy. It needs to be evaluated, and it's important that you seek help from your physician. So sign number 4, you actually feel worse after starting something like progesterone. So some women may notice that they have low mood or grogginess, a flat feeling, anxious, their anxiety gets worse, heavier periods, fatigue, things that you don't even really want. They feel like they're not even really tolerating progesterone to begin with. So it may not be that progesterone is the issue. It may be that it's the wrong dose or the wrong timing or maybe the wrong type of progesterone. So for example, if you're taking it at night, you may have to adjust it earlier in bed before you go to bed. So instead of taking it at 10 p.m. when you go to bed at 10 p.m., you're taking it at 9 or at 8 because it does have a long half-life for the medication. And so you may be waking up groggy. And maybe that you need a different dose. There are many FDA-approved progesterone doses. And so some women do better on certain doses and some women do better on compounded progesterone because it doesn't have the additives that say the FDA-approved option is. Or maybe that you need a different route. You might need something like Duave, which is a special oral progesterone, or using the oral capsule vaginally. So you don't want to throw out all the possibilities just because, say, one dose didn't work. And I actually made a video specifically about side effects of progesterone, so you can check it out here. So last sign number 5, is that your hot flashes get better, but your energy is off. Feels like something else is still missing. A lot of women assuming that's just aging, but estrogen is always the only piece of the puzzle. Things like motivation, libido, stamina, muscle mass, those can still all be present, and it could mean that you need a hormone called testosterone, which I love to talk about because it really is something that a lot of women get blown off who want and who need testosterone. It's incredibly important to our body, testosterone, and it's important to bring this up to your doctor if you're having things like low energy, low libido, focus, losing muscle mass, and just feeling like that brain fog does not go away with estrogen. Okay, so how do you talk to your doctor about these? Here are the questions I want you to bring to your doctor specifically so you can get on the right hormone replacement therapy. First question, can you review my symptoms with me and the dose? And how are you going to follow it going forward? In other words, can I see you at the 3-month mark? Would a different delivery method, like say a patch or gel or oral, be better for me specifically? In other words, why did you choose the hormone replacement therapy option that you did choose, and why the particular dose? Last question, can we adjust the type or the timing? Say I don't like it, what happens there? How do I know, what is the monitoring going forward? And then last question, ask about testosterone. If you feel like your symptoms match that, please ask, and that way you know your physician's opinion on testosterone as well. If you remember one thing from this video, HRT is a dial and not a switch. You can't just turn it on, start HRT, and just autopilot. Your symptoms that may never fully go away, or you sort of notice side effects, it needs to be adjusted, and you need to go to your physician or provider to talk to them about what is the correct dose, timing, and type that's right for me. If you want to dive deeper into, say, a patch or gel, what works better for you, I've actually broken it down in this video about estrogen specifically. Watch that one, and I'll see you after that.